Hello. Day 5. I gotta run through this today's because it looks like my battery's low on this camera, but I will get out as much as I can. So today I had a nice relaxing night before coming and doing this, so I was like, here, might as well do my nails today. Haven't done that in a while. Take care of myself. I had a good day today. I got a lot of work done. So let's talk about that. Okay, so today I talked to that Stanford professor about the work, and it seems that that was an amazing conversation. As far as conversations go, that was like probably as good as it can get. She liked me. We both had similar interests. We're from the same city, which is crazy. Great conversation, but the only issue was that I feel like I was not, like, I just didn't know what the lab needed. But if I did, it would have been a wrap. Like, that job would have been mine, you know? But so it goes, you know? That's just the way life goes. That got me thinking, and I started taking that machine learning class on Coursera again, just to get me going back on that, you know, kind of learn that stuff again. But every time I end up talking about like some sort of work shit like this, or like coding or something like that, it's like, at the end of the day, like, none of that stuff matters, you know? And I think that's like what bugs me the most talking about that type of stuff. It's like I only want to have conversations about life. Like literally expending my energy talking about anything else is just a waste of time. Like, it just doesn't matter. Like, okay, so we're reading the Siddhartha, and one part in the book I thought was really cool is there's like this banker guy who like comes up to Siddhartha and is like, okay, so he basically always says like, okay, all I know how to do is fast, wait, and one other thing. He says fast, wait, and something else. I really like that he says all three of those words together every single time. And he's like, that's all I can do. And this guy basically just says like, oh, like, I'm a banker and this and that, like, I can do all this. And he's like, that's all you know. And so that was just like, that's useless. Like, in a big picture, if you move those skills and you take it to somewhere else, you can't apply that anywhere else. You know, they're very specific to that. But things such as like patience, or things such as like the virtuous things in life, like, are things that can be used everywhere. And I want to like work on those things. I want to talk about those things. Like, but I need to get paid. Yes, I understand that. I feel like everybody's so stuck up on that. Some kind of bullshit. But I like that I put my art back up there. It looks nice. Yeah, gotta wait for these babies to finish drying. But yeah, so that I finished watching The 12 Angry Men. Good movie. Let's see, what is, if I had to say the thing that stood out to me the most today, is that I was finishing all my Coursera classes and everything, but I feel like I'm at a point now where even when I'm unproductive, like, I feel like a couple months ago, you know, before I had that whole existential crisis at Mylan's place, like Mylan Vishu's place, that our house, I feel like I would feel content if I had a productive day. But now it's like, even if I have a productive day, like, it doesn't feel good. I think one of the big differences was back then I would have a productive day and then I'd have my homies, you know. Here I have a productive day, I have nothing. So it's like being productive doesn't actually make me feel anything. But the things that I have been potty practicing so much, and that has been literally so fun. Like, man, potty practicing is just hits different. Running has been hitting different. Like, basketball hit different. Like, I have definitely been sucking life harder recently, for sure. Like the life out of life, I've been sucking the life out of life a lot more recently, for sure. I think I'm doing better. Like, at least in those activities, I feel myself really enjoying myself, which is nice. And that makes me really happy. But I've been getting shit done. That's a crazy thing. The thing is, like, I don't know, things are falling into place for me. Like, it's weird. Like, I think it's true. Like, the less you care, I would like to think it's me making that stuff happen. You know, it's not just like coincidental. I feel like when I put my mind to things, like, things just go the way I want them to. I feel like I want to feel like I'm in control of that, and I kind of do. You know, I could totally be wrong and I could be lying, but it seems like when I put my mind to something, like, it happens. And I don't know, I feel very powerful, but at the same time I'm taking things for granted. So I'm like meditating. I meditated 2 days in a row, and that was like that is what I needed. So I'm going to meditate after this, and I do want to continue meditating every day. I would like to keep that as a habit. I think it's a great habit to have. Like, it just gives you that space to just, just like shut your mind off and just like be. But I don't know anything about meditation, so what I just told you about meditation could be completely wrong, and I could be talking bullshit. I miss painting my nails. It's nice. It's just more fun, like I don't understand why people hate, like, literally, like, color is just like expressive, like what's the point of living a bland ass life? Like, why not have color in everything you do? I don't understand why, like, that's not something everyone wants. I feel like kids want that. Like, I feel like kids like that shit. Like, kids like my backpack, my water bottle, because it's like color, like why be so like not expressive? Like, freaking express yourself everywhere. Like, why not? I mean, you're gonna die anyway, so might as well die expressing yourself. Like, that just kind of makes sense to me. But I guess it's like looked upon, like looked down, frowned upon. Like, oh, you're a dude. Like, you're not supposed to fucking do that gay shit. Like, I don't know. Like, colors are lit. Like, fuck you. But yeah. So that's cool. Been watching less like useless TV, and like when I do watch The Office, I feel like The Office later seasons are actually like, when I was watching the first few seasons, I feel like that shit was actually kind of depressing. And I don't know, like, I actually didn't really enjoy watching the first. Season 7 was honestly my favorite. I feel like 6 and 7, like, it really hit its stride. I feel like those seasons with like Jan and stuff, like, it was actually kind of sad, like watching Michael and them all, like, it definitely picked up. And I feel like now it's like more funny. Like, I feel like towards the later end, like 7, 8, 9, they like found their footing, and they're like, okay, we're more of a feel-good show. There's more like feel-good moments, and I think they did a great job of like transitioning to a show that does that. Let me get these corners. Yeet, 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 yeet. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna go simple black, honestly. Nothing more. Boom. Straight black. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, and let's see. I didn't read today, but I don't know. Reading has not been hitting the same for me recently. It could be the books. It could also be... But I am excited to meet for the book club, which is this weekend. So I'm excited for that. Miss Stewart. I don't know what to call her. Should we be calling her Miss Stewart there? But no, first of all, that's not her name. Her name would be Mrs. Lucas. But I feel like other grown people are not going to call her Mrs. Lucas. So she's probably just going to be like, hey, call me Whitney or something like that. And Mylan will go by Mylan. But yeah, that would be interesting to see. Pretty funny. Call me Mr. Yegopin. Like, nah, fuck that. Call me Gautam. That's a trip. Like, switching your name like that. Like, eventually having to be called like, oh, Professor Yegopin. Oh, that would be hard. Oh, that would be hard. But Mr. Yegopin, like, interesting switch. Like, you'd have to start responding to that, and I think like that was something I always think about, like names, like for the people who did switch their name, like Jay and my mom, for example, like going from Nyanambal to Latha, like that has to do some sort of like identity switch in your head. I'll have to ask my mom that tomorrow, but I feel like it has to distance you away from a title like that. And I think it'd be interesting to like shed off another layer of identification. It'd be cool, like slowly layering, like shedding off these like labels. I feel like eventually get you to a more and more core being that's like imperturbable, from like these like outside labels, which I think is like ideal. So like your name is probably one of the harder ones to get rid of, because that's just what you've been associated with your whole freaking life. Like, Gautam is me. It's like, who would I be? Like, how do you refer to yourself without that identification name? Like I am, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It would be interesting to see. But like, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, why don't we like every day everyone just picks what name they want to be called that day, and like they like have like a name tag or some sort of visual so people know to call them that day. And like it would be an interesting like little experiment, like every day pick a name that sounds kind of right. Like go through like 5 or 6. I'm feeling kind of Gautami today. I'm gonna go with Gautam. Like, I'm feeling kind of like use your name as another way to express you. Like, I don't know, be kind of cool. But But yeah, that's always something I thought about. Maybe that's something I'll try later. There's a lot of things I want to try, and a lot of things I want to do, and there's just a lot. Like, I have to look at life not necessarily like it needs to be perfect today, because it never will be. Understand that. Say it again to yourself. Your life will never be perfect, ever. There will always, but it's a constant, like, enjoy the process and constantly strive, because like once you stop, I don't know, but do you have to keep striving? That's the thing. Like, can you just be okay with the way it is? Like, you can, but can you be okay with the way it is and strive at the same time? That's a difficult thing, like, can you grind if you're okay with the way it is? Like, I don't know. Maybe you can. But yeah. Let's see. So tomorrow I'm going to run with Shivam. Hope that goes well. He's still someone I have a lot of love for, and I really do hope everything becomes okay. But I need to find something else to paint this week. What do you think I could paint? Okay, so I could paint this oil diffuser. I could paint my trash can over there. But what's something you use a lot? I would say your shooty box is a good one, as always. But I feel like the shooty box is not beautiful by itself. What is something you use often, like all the time? Like, and painting the wall would be lit, but I don't think my parents would be cool. You could paint. I mean, you could paint this mic, actually. I feel like that would be a pretty lit. Yeah. Why don't you paint this mic? All right, I'm painting the mic. Perfect. Yeah, the mic is a great idea, actually. It'd be hard. That's a great idea. But gotcha, son of a gun. So it seems the issue is I got it this time though, which is lit. But I think I found the issue. It's not moving to that place. It's like moving, clicking, and then clicking again in 2 seconds. I need to figure that out, because that has been bugging me. But I did catch it this time, which I'm glad for. But need to charge my camera battery tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it. Pretty chill day today. Tomorrow I'm gonna meditate. I want to meditate for longer periods of time. Really just be in that zone, and see where it takes me. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do to live a better life than I did today, I'm going to run. I'm going to finish the entire second part of that assignment, as well as finish one whole week of the next data science class. And then I'm going to pod to practice. And then tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'm going to tutor Vice, which will be lit. And then read, record this, should be a day right there. Don't think there's much else to do. Maybe go over to Sanjay's house. I was actually super fun. Their kids are pretty like high energy, it's like kind of like gives me kind of enjoyment. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, apart from that, love you. Thanks for staying alive, and see you later.